The next coach to the podium is really special here to the Twin Cities and a special friend, and was really blessed to see her play and lead. And you could probably name the target center here, the house that Lindsay built. And so Lindsey Whalen, who's the head women's basketball coach at the University of Minnesota, we have a special presentation to make to her. So I'm going to ask Diana Sable, our Chief Sports Officer, and Megan Kahn, our Vice President of Women's Basketball, to come to the stage right now, and also Coach Whalen. So we wanted to present a ball because one of the highest honors you can get as an athlete is to get the game ball, but Lindsay has the ultimate game ball when she was named to the Basketball Naismith Hall of Fame, which is absolutely phenomenal. So we wanted to get a painted ball by a local Minnesotan artist to give this to Coach Whalen to tell her how much we appreciate her. So welcome to the podium, the head basketball coach at the University of Minnesota, Lindsey Whalen.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. We'll find a really cool spot to frame that basketball. Thank you all so much. Well, welcome to Minnesota. It's obviously it's home to me. I'm honored that we are going to be hosting such a great event. Minnesota has hosted many in this building, WNBA championships and women's basketball Final Fours, Super Bowls, men's Final Fours, volleyball NCAA tournaments, women's hockey NCAA tournaments. So we know how to put on a great event. And so I know that everything that Commissioner Warren does is first class, and we're going to do a great job of hosting the Big Ten basketball tournaments here for the next few years in a first-class manner. And just an extremely cool honor for me to be here today representing the University of Minnesota on the 50th year of Title IX, which I know I've been given so many great opportunities throughout my career due to Title IX, and I would not be standing here without that. So our team, we've got a really, really fun group. Our athletics director, Mark Coyle, talks to us all of our programs about being great academically, socially, and then athletically, and competing in all those areas. And so last year, we were one of 5 Big Ten institutions that made the WBCA honor roll academically. Our team GPA was a 3.2 GPA, so we've done a great job excelling in the classroom. We've had some really, really unique opportunities this off season, if there is an off season, to really explore some really cool things off the court. Alana Rose Misha, she visited Selma and Montgomery, Alabama, part of Big Ten student athletes event there as an educational experience in a key center for civil rights, and so we're extremely proud of her. Katie Borowitz was a part of Big Ten Leadership Summit, along with Rose, representing our team in the Big Ten and in leadership. Incoming freshman, we have Mara Braun, who's an athlete ambassador to the Special Olympics, so a way that she's using her NIL to, be a part of something very special to her in the Special Olympics. And Nehemiah Holloway, who's from Eden Prairie in our freshman class as well, co-founded a Black Student Union in Eden Prairie to promote youth leadership. So we've got a lot of really, really cool things happening on and off the court. Basketball-wise, today's practice 13, and so we're ready to get that going later today. We've used every possible hour to practice and to work together as a team to continue to build this group. It's a fun group, and so every day I look forward to going and coaching them and being a part of practice and being a part of their journey. So, with that,
questions,
Charles,
for
I'm
Coach
guessing
Whalen.
you have a question. You'll give me later. Okay, good. Anybody?
Ahmad
Ken.
Hicks, Fox 9 Sports.
Ah.
Coach Whalen, what excites you most about this team that you have this season, coming off one of the program's best recruiting classes?
Yeah, I think just that excitement that just that work and getting this recruiting class here, and them coming in with that excitement, along with Katie, who I mentioned, and Rose, and Maggie, who were here last year and have taken some really big steps, as I mentioned, in leadership and some different aspects as leaders on our team, as well as some transfers that we've had come in. And so, but there's no question that's a group that's really special. They're very talented on and off the floor. So, very excited to continue to work with them and see what they can do. That we know that this is, they're freshmen, so it's going to be, Big Ten is. I said earlier, every night is like playing in the NCAA tournament because the competition is so good, and every year half, if not more, of our teams go to the NCAA tournament. So every night is that, and so it'll be exciting for them and see them continue to grow and continue to get better.
Second row on your right, Coach.
Hi, Lindsay. John
Hey.
Shipley. How are you?
John, how are you?
I'm good, thanks.
It's been a while.
It has.
How are you?
Yes, I'm good, thank you.
Good.
Can you talk about maybe one or two things that you've been happy about in practice that you've noticed, maybe about the way the team is playing together or who's stepped up?
I like how we respond every day. It's hard to put my finger on it, but no matter what the previous day held, this team comes with a really, really good attitude and good just excitement for the next day of practice. And so I think that's when you get into this time of year where it's essentially our training camp. And like I said, this is practice 13. We've been together since June. I think there's some times when you can possibly get some complacency, but this group doesn't. They're just excited. They have a genuine excitement to come in every day ready to work. And like I said, whatever the previous day held, they're ready to come back in the next day and ready to work. And that's the teams that I've been on as a player and as a coach. The teams that do that have been the ones that have been really successful, that they truly look forward to being together every day and look forward to getting back to work. Those have been the teams that have been really successful.
Final question, fourth row on your left.
Hi, Lindsay. Good morning. John Fanza from Fox Sports. You have seen the success that then results in the support from this area of women's basketball. Mm-hmm. And I'm just curious if you'd be willing to expand upon what it means to have the conference tournament coming to this area and what this community does for women's basketball.
Yeah, I think that I've been a part of some really special teams and some special times, and the fans are just as much a part of that as the teams I was on. I mean, we've had in this building alone several times 18,000 people for games, regular season, championship, and everything in between. Same thing at Williams Arena when we've had some really good stretches. So it's the fans, the support, the community, they were just as much a part of those teams as us on the floor. And I would say that to them, that I feel like it was like a shared experience that we had, that we, obviously we were out here playing, but they, we have a really smart fan base, so they know when a stop is needed. They know when we need to have a great possession. And so it's been fun to be a part of that. And so I expect nothing less for these upcoming tournaments. It's going to be a great time. Like I said, we host first-class events, and so we'll expect nothing less than that, hosting these tournaments in this great building.
Coach Whalen, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
The next coach to the podium is one of the young, bright minds in all of college basketball, Ben Johnson. He is a Bell Bank champion and part of what they call the Pay It Forward program here in the Twin Cities community to help underserved youth reach their goals. We're so happy to have him in the Big Ten Conference as a former student athlete, but now as the head basketball coach at the University of Minnesota. We'd like to welcome to the podium head coach Ben Johnson.
All right, good morning. Appreciate being here. Appreciate Kevin and the rest of the Big Ten Conference for, again, doing a phenomenal job, not only with Media Day, but just with what we're doing within our league to make us the best in the country. I think it's second to none. So thanks for everybody that helped put this together. Really, really excited about my team this year. I want to start off by giving a shout out to two guys, though, Parker Fox and Isaiah Enan, our two players that unfortunately had a setback for the second time this summer. But I know those guys will power through and will be eager to join us next year. But with that being said, it gives guys opportunity that maybe wouldn't have had that to step up and really help our program advance in year two. And most of those beneficiaries hopefully will be our young freshmen that I couldn't be more excited about, that are eager workers, eager learners. Combine that with four upperclassmen that have kind of been through it, that have unbelievable leadership qualities, that have made the transition of all of our young players, really smooth and effortless. And those guys are going to set the tone for our team and for our season. So, again, looking forward to this year and coaching this group and taking a step in Gopher basketball. So with that, I will take any questions.
We got third row on your left and then first row on your left.
Good to see you, Ben. Marcus Fuller, Star Tribune. Ben, can you expand on the roles of some of those freshmen, particularly in the front court with some of the injuries that you've had?
Yeah, I think the opportunity is the most exciting part, especially if you're those guys. And it's going to be, by committee. We've got more depth this year, which will help. And it's not going to be all on, one guy's shoulder. Obviously adding a Dawson Garcia, a guy that's a proven player at this level, at the high major level. The tone he set with just his work ethic and how he is every single day, I think, that's been the biggest thing that we've taken as a team is, with Dawson and Jameson and Torres and Talon, teaching these young guys. And when I say young, I'm including Trayton Thompson in that. We got 6 of them. Teaching those guys just, how to compete every single day and to set that tone. Because when you have young talent, that's a good thing. But now it's like, can you combine that with the work ethic of what it takes to be competitive in the Big Ten?
Coach Charles Homer, Minnesota spokesman recorder. At least 4 times this season there will be Big Ten games with 2 black head coaches on each sideline. Have we got to a point where this becomes coming close to being a rule as opposed to being an exception?
You know, I think, you know, our league has taken a great step in the direction with just, you know, diversity and inclusion across the board. You know, I think now it's our job in the positions that we are to, you know, be successful and do things the right way. But I think now in just college and athletics and hopefully in life, you're really starting to see the page kind of turn with just inclusion, and whether that's, you know, black coaches in our league or adding females, what have you. You know, I think our league has always been in the forefront of doing that. And, you know, again, I think we all take pride in handling ourselves the right way and developing our programs and winning on and off the floor and setting a good example.
Third row on your right side here, Coach.
I'm Rob McCauley from Illini Report. Sort of following Charles's question, the themes from the commissioner are charitable work, inclusions, and ties to Minneapolis. And it's as if Minneapolis has to be defended as the host city here, but you also had Mayor Fry in the House. What do you think of criticism of having it in Minneapolis? Is it crazy?
I think, you know, sometimes we live in a world where a lot of things get criticized. You know, I don't know if you can make a right move, right? You know, there's always going to be something said either way. But, you know, I think when you have, you know, a Big Ten tournament that's going to be played here these next couple years, you have a city that does a great job hosting. We've almost hosted every major sporting event, whether it's an All-Star game, a Super Bowl, you know, NBA playoffs. You know, I think, too, in college athletics, like, diversity is everything. You know, I'm sure in a couple years we'll have some stuff, you know, maybe out west. I don't think change and doing new things is a bad thing. I think it's a good thing. And I think, you know, Minneapolis does a great job hosting. And I think, you know, we use this as an opportunity to show off our state and show off our city. And I think the 80 degrees yesterday was a good thing. I don't think anybody's complaining about that. And we had another good day today. So, I think it's all positive.
Coach, fourth row on your left side.
Hey, Ben, John Fanta from Fox Sports. Talking about Jamison Battle, how from last spring to now has he evolved, and what makes him unique?
Appreciate that question. You know, first thing I will say off topic, thought you did a phenomenal job, like must-watch TV with you and the Millers on field. It was field of 68. Phenomenal. No, I think Jamison, you know, you talk about a guy that transfers in from, you know, quote unquote a mid-major and had really good numbers. Very rarely do those numbers match up when they make that jump to a high major and your role is almost the same, right? And for him to have the same amount of production and to do it the right way within what we're trying to do as a team, I think speaks volumes of who he is. And what his talent is. And now he's taken that next jump with not only his body, he's lost 17 pounds. You know, he's under about 9% body fat under that. You know, but now his experience, because he's been through it, is teaching all of our guys every single day in practice. And I tell the freshmen that he's beating up on, you guys need to be the luckiest guys in the world because you're learning from a guy that I think has a chance to play at that next level. That's a preseason All Big Ten selection. And so they have those daily battles, and it's iron sharpens iron. But Jamison has done an unbelievable job setting the tone for our program. You talk about a student athlete that's about all the right stuff, that handles his business off the court, you know, socially. He's what Minnesota basketball is about and will continue to be about.
Final question, second row on your left.
Hey, Coach. Kane Robb, Locked On Golden Gophers. You've brought in a lot of size and length with this class, but can you speak to the versatility that you've seen thus far? Yeah,
that was a key component when we were, you know, going into year two with recruiting. You know, we were really going to start. I mean, Isaiah was probably going to start at the 2 at 6'10", you know, and he's versatile. And so, you know, our blueprint was kind of that. You know, if you have versatile pieces that are able to play a variety of styles, to me, not only is that the way that kind of college is trending, but pro is trending, and it's an exciting style, and it gives a coach a little bit more freedom if you do have injuries, if you have those versatile components. And I think, that's how kids want to play. And so for us, we're going to target that in recruiting. If we can add, athleticism and versatility and length without compromising the skill part, that's what we're going to try and do. And, I look forward to seeing what this team can do with that next step and how we're looking and how we're going to play.
Coach Ben Johnson, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.